Hi, welcome to The Dope. This is Ranjini Nambiar with another episode. Today, we have with us a dear friend, I should say first, because I've known her for a very long time. But more importantly, I should introduce her as Meenakshi Gupta. She is the editor of Corporate Outbound, a travel writer, blogger, and a digital marketeer, and many more portfolios under her belt. Welcome, Meenakshi.
Thank you, Ranjini. Pleasure is all mine.
I know you for such a long time, but I know that these particular designations, which I've heard about, but I think I want to know more about your journey, like where it all started and how you came into this industry.
So, my journey started 23 years ago in academics. Okay. So, I was a professor of marketing and taught MBA students for nearly 12 to 13 years. Okay. And I was the academic head also. And more importantly, it was marketing, advertising and branding. Okay. So, my inclination was towards marketing. Okay. So, there how, my always like preaching and practicing was all together. Okay. So, then I decided why not practice also when I'm preaching. So, when my students graduated, they were doing well, and then shift to tourism industry was accidental because my husband is into tourism industry. Yes. And then I said, no, let me also start doing something which, I can contribute to the industry, as well as to myself, of course, and groom myself in the industry. So that shift from academics after 12 to 13 years, I shifted to tourism industry.
So tourism industry, what did you start as? The first, did you start with the writing or more with the editing or the exhibition part of it?
So I was with the Trade Fair company, and I was looking after their back-end office and the marketing. Okay. So operations and marketing was my portfolio. Sure.
So it would have come easy to you.
It had come easy. Actually, it had come easy, but sales is yes, of course. Yeah. Which was just challenging. Yeah.
What you teach and what you...
And I learnt on the job.
Okay.
So that is something which was, very new for me, because when you teach, it is very easy to teach. Sure. When you practice and when you are learning on the job, it is challenging. Okay. So sales was a challenge for me. Okay. I grew on that. I, evolved in that. Okay. So with the trade fair, portfolio and all that, I also started with the magazine Corporate Outbound. Okay. So I was looking after the editorial and the marketing also, of course.
Oh, marketing also.
Yeah. Okay. So I had a team of writers and journalists, and for marketing of the magazines. Okay. So couple of years. I'm still doing it. Okay. I'm still the editor. So I'm still the editor of the Corporate Outbound.
And what made that shift? And suddenly I noticed that Meenakshi is, I've seen her more into running and let me say marathons. And I've seen her, the writing started, occasionally. The other day I was in SpiceJet and I happened to read the magazine. I said, hey, this is Meenakshi. And so where did that shift happen from the magazine aspect into the digital world?
I sat in the school with the kids of age and, of my, not even millennials, they just graduated, the 21 years old students. And they didn't know about me, and they didn't know how to address me also, whether to call me auntie or to call me ma'am or... So I did that digital marketing course, and then I decided that, I have to go with the times. Sure. Print, of course, there is a shelf life, but digital, there is a longer shelf life.
Absolutely.
And I was feeling there is some gap, between what actually people are doing and what actually they are getting the information. Sure. And that is the time when I decided that I have to go digital. Okay. And I did my course, and then I just started my blog called as tanhadil.in.
Okay.
And simultaneously, I was also into my running, trekking, marathon, and just being in good health.
Yeah, but I was always envious of one thing. You know what I'm talking about. She does. She runs with Milind Soman for Pinkathon. That was my biggest jealousy factor. But anyways.
Yeah, so I'm an ambassador of Pinkathon also, which, promotes women health. Sure. It's not just your about the cancer awareness, it's about the complete health awareness program. So there was some connection with that ideology, and I said, why not? Why not? If I can be an ambassador and I can, inspire at least 3 girls or 5 girls in a month, why not?
And you did take up running, walking, trekking as well, right?
Yes, I did it really seriously. Seriously, yes. Because I was into aerobics and my knees had gone for a toss, and doctors told me not to walk, do just simple yoga and all that. And sitting job, editing job, it was making me feel very miserable, not just physically, emotionally also.
Absolutely.
And I was not into physical activity at all. And then one day I decided, I have to just go out and walk. And I joined professional coaching groups in Cubbon Park. I get up every day, go to Cubbon Park, get trained for that. It took 3 years, complete 3 years to get into the shape, where I can run.
Okay.
So my shift was towards that, and 3 years I did a lot of running and training and everything, and diet, right? Of course, I'm little cheater in that because I got a sweet tooth.
Okay.
And then after 3 years of training, I said, I have to test myself now. I have to challenge myself. And I started trekking on a smaller altitudes, heights. Okay. And I started looking at the various blogs which could tell me that how a woman in mid 40s or in near 50s can go about trekking, or what precautions they should take, what are the facilities available on those treks. And I could get hardly any information. There was no information available. And this is where, when I realized, no, if there is not information available, I should give you.
Absolutely. That's a good thing.
That
how prompted you to write
on my blog
about the Tanhadil, about the trekking. And do you think India is equipped for a solo women traveler? Not a women traveler, let me put it to the trek aspect of it. Do you think they're quite equipped? How safe is it, basically? Let me not look in. Yeah, I think of the safety aspect of it.
Yeah, so
I think this has been a question which I've been wanting to ask, and someone who has already done it. So no more better person than you.
This question, I've got this question so many times with my fellow trekkers also.
Sure.
I have done a solo trek.
Okay.
All by myself,
Sure.
traveling from here to Delhi, going to Himachal, traveling by night bus, going to the campsite, and I see there is nobody on the campsite.
Okay.
And it started pouring.
Okay.
The tents flew away.
Okay.
People go there for all sorts of activities and all that, and somebody like me who was a little serious trekker, and people suspected me, why have you come here? It's a party place. People just go in for enjoying and whatnot, all that. Yeah. So I said, no, I've come for trekking. I will go on my trek, and I caught hold of a guide. I asked him. I said, see, listen, whatever the guide charges are, you have to come with me. We'll go on the trek. It's a Himalayan trek, Khir Ganga trek. We went there. We stayed on the top one night. Came back on the other day. It was scary. It was scary. One, you don't know anybody, your phones don't work. Yes. There's no connectivity, yes, right? Sure. If you have to scream for somebody, the tents are so far away that you can't reach. You are scared of wild animals.
And is the medical facilities available? No medical facilities.
No medical.
Are they clean loos?
See, loos and washroom are areas which any trekker has to be, you have to just live with it. Okay. So whatever is available in the nature, you have to just use them. Yeah, there are no proper tents
or biotents and things like that?
No, nothing is available. So as a solo trekker, I would recommend not to venture out, by yourself. I would rather prefer for a woman, especially those who are traveling first time, they should join a group. See, you may not accompany with your friends or your relatives or anybody with you known person and all that. You can join any group, make new friends. That's far more better than going solo and getting disconnected with the world. I won't recommend. Yeah.
And now to the finale. What's going to be your ultimate goal now? What's in store? Okay, not the ultimate goal. Let me ask you, what is the future, the next goal?
Okay, so next thing is about me is like I have to not only do myself, I have to create awareness. I want to create awareness for my women trekkers that you can do it. If I can do it with my various health issues, if I want to do it, I can do it. And I'm going to concentrate on my blog, giving even on my freelance and writing tips on how a woman or even men also, what are the information, anybody, even the kids are also now reading my blogs. They also want to know what they can do before a trek. So my aim is to create more awareness about it, more on fitness, more on well-being, and just being happy about it.
Super. Thank you so much. And should we say in the time of Corona, namaste?
Namaste. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ranjini.
Thanks so much, Meenakshi, for being here. And I'm sure this has been very informative to a lot of us. So if you love what you're seeing, please do like, share, subscribe. And it's a wrap. Bye.